Alright, doing a 3-day, 2-night backpacking trip here in the lovely Great Smoky Mountains National Park. This is a Gregory Bald loop. I began here at 20 Mile Trail, and I'm taking that up to Long Hungry Ridge Trail, up to Gregory Ridge Trail, and I'm spending my first night at campsite 12. And on day 2, on from there, up to Parson Branch Road. That's a 4-mile section of a one-way gravel road. I think there's a bit of climbing there if I'm not mistaken. Taking that down to Gregory Ridge Trail and spending the night at campsite number 13. And Gregory Bald is just a big open meadow. That's the main event of the whole trip. Day 3, going to pack up, come down Wolf Ridge Trail and back to the car. So in order to get here, I had to get on 129, Highway 129, Route 129, whatever it is, which is world famous for being called the Dragon, or the Tail of the Dragon. It's a little small, windy, 11-mile stretch of road that has 318 curves in it, and is very, very popular among motorcycle enthusiasts. So, a little bit ashamed to say it, but I've lived around this area my entire life, and I've never been on the Dragon, ridden on it, or driven on it until today. Yeah, very curvy, lives up to its reputation, and motorcycles everywhere. Here's campsite 93. Not mine, but I still got a long way to go. A lot of nice little bridges here. This is about the 4th or 5th one I've seen today, I think. It's really started cooling off finally this past week. Been in the 70s. It was in the 50s this morning. And this is, you know, after months of just mid to upper 80s, low 90s, you know, hot weather. So it's a real relief to be out here today. Taking Long Hungry Ridge Trail here, and that's the Gregory Ridge Trail to the campsite. It's a Long Hungry Ridge. It's a pretty good little workout. Whew. Breeze feels amazing. So peaceful here. Yeah, check this out. Good. pretty overgrown through here and thorny. Alright, I'm at the top finally. Looks like I finally get to experience the ridge part of Long Hungry Ridge. Oh. Alright, that's the end of the Long Hungry Ridge Trail. That felt like it was longer than 4.6. But, Gregory Bald's actually close by. But I'm not going there today. I'm going to Gregory Ridge Trail. I'll be going to Gregory Bald tomorrow. Hey, look at you. So, I think my campsite's, I don't know, maybe 2.5, 3 miles away, I think. Hopefully it'll say on the sign up here. Okay, 3 miles to the campsite, 12, alright. From a distance, I thought I was going to be going straight and do some climbing. That is a climb right there, oh man. Whew. But no, I'm coming this way. Yeah, Gregory Bald is just a little over a half mile. I'm kind of tempted to go up there and just see it and come back down here, but I'll save it for tomorrow. Oh yeah, this is much more relaxing than Long Hungry Ridge, a lot less overgrown. Gregory Bald's a fairly well-known, fairly popular spot, and there are a couple ways you can get to it. You can get there from Parson Branch Road, or you can just hike up to it from 20 Mile Ranger Station like I am. But yeah, this is definitely one of the more well-traveled trails, so it looks like it's, you know, gets a lot more maintenance than Long Hungry Ridge. But with that, I am going steadily downhill, and which means tomorrow I'll be going uphill a lot, so more climbing tomorrow. Oh, that's a pretty section. Alright, finally there it is. I can see my campsite down there. Just home for the night. Very nice little area, smallish. The trail continues on down that way, and right down here is a quick little trail to take you down to the stream, and right up in there is another spot to put up a tent, and here are the bear cables to hang your food bag. Yeah, it's small but nice. Looks like I'm the only one here too, which is cool. First order of business, get some water. That is all I have left. So a good friend of mine 3D printed this little orange thing here for me. And it's just a double-sided little connector for a water filter in a bottle, and I always filter all my water. I hate doing it just because it's a very tedious process. but I can do it hands-free now. Slower, but hands-free. And yeah, this makes life so much easier, this thing. So thanks, Justin. Just finished dinner, which was some rice and beans, Fritos. And for dessert, I'm trying to make up my mind which one of these I'm going to have. And you know things are going pretty well when it's the hardest decision you have to make all day. Soaked my oatmeal overnight, so it's good and ready in the morning. Oh, and onward we go. So I ate the cherry one, by the way. Didn't sleep terribly well last night. I don't think I did anyway. Which is kind of surprising because I didn't start this trip well rested. But it's always hit and miss out here. I always sleep like a baby, or, you know, it's tossing and turning. So I'm staying tonight at campsite 13. There were a lot of bookings there when I made my reservation the other day. So I'm going to try to get there a little early and hopefully get a good spot. Today's about the same distance as yesterday, just slightly shorter. I think today is going to be about 10.1 miles. I got 2 miles left here on Gregory Ridge Trail. Then I'm going to be on Parson Branch Road for 4 miles, and that's 4 miles of uphill one-way gravel road. Hopefully I can knock that out pretty quick. And from then on, it's just about 4 miles to my campsite. Oh, it's beautiful this morning. Dang. It's just a lovely, lovely section of trail. Wouldn't mind doing this all day. Alright, well I made it to Parson Branch Road. At least a little parking area. Ooh, that was Gregory Ridge Trail, all done. Just 2 miles of it today. But now I got 4 miles of road walking. I don't know if it showed up on camera. That was a wild hog, dude. A big one. I've only seen a baby out here before. Hope there are any more of them. Wild hog is something I don't want to run into. Oh hell. There's that hog. Keep on going, buddy, please. Please. Alright. Well, so I reached Parson Branch Road. Means I gotta go 4 miles that way. Hope it's that way. Alright, here's Forge Creek Road. They'll take you to Cades Cove. But yeah, this is a part of the trip I've been kind of dreading, but maybe it won't be so bad. Yeah, it's like something out of a movie where I was just standing there reading that sign, and I turned around, and that wild pig was just there, just staring at me. So I'm pretty much going to keep checking behind him, make sure he's not following me. I don't think he will. He seemed friendly enough. So yeah, it's nothing but up. I'm only about 20 minutes into this. Yeah, I figured it'd take about 2 hours. But yeah, so far, Parson Branch Road's a real morale killer at times. I've passed 2 people, or 2 people have passed me. 2 cars, and I keep hoping maybe somebody will stop and be like, "Hey buddy, you need a ride?" That'd be cheating though, right? Or would it really? Would it really? Well, it's flattened out a bit, thankfully. And there's 1 mile marker, only 3 more of these to go. Okay, so I just reached the mile marker, mile 2, but to my surprise, here's the trailhead. Well, the end of the trail for Hannah Mountain Trail, which means Gregory Bald Trail, the trail I'm going to, is right over here. So the map says I had a 4 mile road walk, but it's not really so much that I read it wrong. I mean, I kind of did, but on the map it'll show a distance, and anytime there's a separation with another trail, it'll show the distance for the next one. So the whole road here is 4 miles, and I only had to do 2 of it. Yeah, my day just got exponentially better. I'll make much better time than I thought I was going to, and I saw that marker, thought I was only halfway done, but I was done. So that's really nice. But yeah, Parson Branch Road was a bit challenging. You can hear somebody pulling in over here. It was challenging for sure, but what a relief. Alright. So looks like here's a water source just right off trail, which leads me to believe it must be pretty close to camp. But I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna stop here and fill up and rest for a bit. Yeah, so I just gulped down 1.5 liters of water. So I'm well hydrated. I'm carrying 2 full 1-liter bottles and my 2-liter bags filled up. I was thinking if that is the water source for the campsite, might as well go ahead and stock up so it'll save me a walk back down here later. Definitely feeling the extra weight though. Okay, this is it. Yeah, that wasn't a long walk at all. Maybe about 1/10 of a mile. Oh, it's pretty up here. Looks like I'm the first one here too, so that means first pick. Okay. See how the Bald's a 1/2 mile that way. I'm gonna go and set up camp and everything and head over there later, maybe catch a sunset. Wolf Ridge Trail, I'll be taking this back to the car tomorrow morning. Alright, sunset's not for another 1.5 hours. It's only a 1/2 mile up there, but I'm gonna go check it out and just chill out for a while. Sadly, I've already missed the azaleas. They've come and gone. But earlier in the year, they were absolutely blooming. I think it's in June, July. It's amazing. There's even these little walk paths that kind of take you on a little tour of them. I have to get up here and see them someday. This might be the most interesting tree I've ever seen. It's like an octopus. Wow. Taking a last look. It was one of my favorite campsites I've ever had here in the Smokies. It's just lovely up here. I'm going down Wolf Ridge Trail. It'll be 6.3 miles to the trailhead. Trailhead's half a mile, and then it's out of here. It is pretty up here. 20 Mile Ranger Station, that's where I'm going. That's where the car is at. Hope it's still there. It should be. It's always a fear of mine. Finishing this long weekend backpacking trip and going back and not finding your car there. It's always a relief when I get there and it's still in the spot. I have a parking pass and everything, but I don't know, you just never know sometimes. Kind of reminds me of Spence Field up here. It's gorgeous. You know, I'm glad I came up Long Hungry Ridge Trail instead of Wolf Ridge Trail on my first day, because this trail is very steep, nothing but up, and so was Long Hungry Ridge, but it didn't seem that bad. See, that was about 5.2 miles. Wolf Ridge Trail. Continues on to 20 Mile Ranger Station and 1.6. That's where I'm going. Ooh, so I'm going that way. I'm going to take a little break for a bit. I've been taking a break all morning, so that sounds like a good idea right now. You know, I was taking a little break. I decided to just double check my map. And that intersection sign, I'm glad I did, because I almost made a wrong turn. Oh, that would have ruined my day. Okay. I love these little bridges. There's tons of them in the park. Always makes me happy when I see one. Yes, according to the map, this whole trip has been 25.6 miles. Could say it's 27.6. I did go up to Gregory Bald twice. That's a half mile one way. So that adds an extra 2. But yeah, that's relatively short for a 3-day trip. I think this is the 4th 3-day trip I've done here in the Smokies, and they all have been over 30 miles. But no, this was a good one. This was a lot of fun. Everything worked out. Had great weather. Didn't get rained on. Yeah, I got a nice little surprise on Parson Branch Road. I only had to do 2 miles instead of 4 like I was expecting. That was a brutal 2 miles. But yeah, I would say this is a pretty difficult trip. Getting up to Gregory Bald, if you're just hiking there, it is tough. It really is. But yeah, this has been rewarding. It's been a good time. Glad I did it. Alright, this spot right here, this completes the loop. Now, just go to the trailhead. I'm out of here. Alright, I can see my car way down there. Well, That's a wrap. I earned this